So you're thinking of moving to Moore County, North Carolina, and you're asking yourself, which city should you move to? Well, today I'm going to go with the most popular cities in Moore County: Southern Pines, Whispering Pines, Pinehurst, and Aberdeen. And in this video, I'll cover things like schools, crime, home prices, things to do other than golf.
Happy Gilmore.
If you're PCSing here, your commute to Fort Bragg. Hopefully by the end of the video, you'll be able to decide which city is best for you. So before I go into all 4 cities, I'm going to talk about how close they are to each other. If you look on the map here, they are extremely close together. You're talking maybe, from one place to the next, 5 to 15 minutes. From Southern Pines to Aberdeen, you're basically right at the crossroads. I mean, at one point, Aberdeen and Southern Pines actually butt up to each other. So you could be in Aberdeen in one place, Southern Pines 10 feet away. So the first city to talk about is going to be Southern Pines, with a population of just over 16,000 people. Southern Pines is probably the most urban and heavily residential area in all 4 cities. Now, I say heavily residential, but it doesn't mean that it's just houses everywhere. It's definitely still a small town feeling, in my opinion, compared to the other cities. It's one of the bigger ones in Moore County.
That's huge!
So if you're PCSing here to Fort Bragg, your commute from Southern Pines is probably about 30 to 40 minutes to the base. Now, of course, depends on the base where you live at, or not live at, I'm sorry, where you work at. Because as you probably know, if you don't know, Fort Bragg is one of the largest bases on the East Coast. So you could end up working on the north side, south side, somewhere in the middle. But from Southern Pines to the gate, you're looking at 30 to 40 minutes. And if you're looking at buying a house here, the median price range house here is $575,000. And the median days on market is about 18 days. And of course, that's up from last year, which was 13 days. Now, depending on when you see this video, it could be today, it could be 10 years from now. That's all going to change. So of course, with the data for the market, it's going to fluctuate. Things are going to change. Just be aware of that. So all schools in Southern Pines are going to be in Moore County, which serves about 13,000 students across 23 schools. Your student-teacher ratio is 16:1. The district is rated B overall with above test scores and strong community support. So Moore County schools in general are top-rated schools. Now, just to let you know, I am a real estate agent, so I'm not allowed to give you my opinion about schools, neighborhoods, crime, and things like that.
That seems like an unfair phrasing.
I should provide data for you. So this is the data that I gathered from nichereport.com. Also from a website called ncreportcards.com, which is a report card I will put in the description below and on the screen here in front of you. You can check every school in North Carolina. Yes, every school in North Carolina. So even if you're not moving to Moore County, you end up moving to Cumberland County or whatever county, Charlotte, Raleigh area, be able to check every school rating. And just to give you a rundown of some of the schools here, we got Southern Pines Elementary School with a B average, 5 out of 10 from greatschools.org. Southern Pines Middle, B with a 6 out of 10 also. Pinecrest High, B plus, 7 out of 10. We got Charter Moore, which is a B minus. And you've got private schools. You've got the O'Neill School, which is an A minus, 9 out of 10. Pre-K through 12th grade and college preps. Now, things to do in Southern Pines. Obviously, there's golf, and there's going to be golf in all 4 of these cities. If you're not figured it out yet, I'm not a golfer, but they had the PGA tours here like every few years and things like that. So be prepared if you're going to move here that, every few years there's going to be a big influx of golf people here showing up, things like that. Again, I'm not a golfer, so I couldn't tell you how often this happens or anything like that. But other outdoor activities could include Reservoir Park, Westmouth Woods, and Sand Hills Culture Gardens. So the other cities like Pinehurst, Aberdeen, and Whispering Pines probably all come to Southern Pines downtown area. It's not a huge downtown area, but it's very nice. Got a lot of shops, restaurants, things to do. Like you've got to the country bookstore or bookshop. You got the Casino Guitars. We've got Chapin's to Bell Tavern. You've got a bunch of breweries. Hatching Brewery, which actually just won a whole bunch of awards for one of the best breweries in town. And Southern Pines Brewery hosts a trivia night, and they have live music there. So definitely check them out too. And then you also got the Sunrise Theater. And definitely if you're going to eat breakfast or brunch, you've got to check out Betsy's Crepes in downtown area. Me and my wife went there probably about 2 years ago, and it's one of the best places to eat there. Next thing we get into is crime and safety, and this is the data I can provide to you. That is from Neighborhood Scouts. And violent crimes is 2.4 out of 3.0 per 1,000 capita, which means there's about 40 to 50 violent crimes per year. Property crimes, obviously 20 to 25 per 1,000, and you're looking at between 35 and 40 property crimes a year. That means there's one chance of being a property crime victim annually, mostly theft related, though most would still consider it a safe place to live. I have to admit, with a population of just over 16,000 people, those are some good stats. Obviously, you can't stop crime. It's going to be in an area, and the bigger the population of an area, the more crime is going to happen. Next time I talk about is going to be Aberdeen. Aberdeen is right next, well, they're all right next to each other almost basically, but Aberdeen is right next to Southern Pines. Like I said earlier, you can be in Aberdeen at one place and then take 10 steps to the left or to the right, maybe, depending on which way you're facing it, and you would be in Southern Pines. The population in Aberdeen is just over 10,000 people, and if you're looking to commute to Fort Bragg, is about 30 to 35 minutes, so about the same as Southern Pines. The median price range home in Aberdeen is $427,500, and average days on market there is 46 at the time of this video, up from 29 last year. And the schools in Aberdeen are top rated schools also. Most of them are all B, B plus, or A. You got Aberdeen Elementary School. You got, for the charter school, you got Tullamore Academy of Math and Creativity, A plus. Middle school, Southern Pines Middle, B plus, or B, I'm sorry. And for high school, it's Pinehurst, which is a B plus, or Union Pines, which is a B. Now, Aberdeen does have its own little downtown area. It's not as big as Southern Pines, which is not saying much because Southern Pines is a little small. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 blocks in Southern Pines. But anyway, back to Aberdeen. So you've got shops, boutiques, some places to eat. So it's not a huge downtown area, but there's something there. So for violent crime in Aberdeen, you're looking at per capita of 1,000 people, you're looking at 2.1 to 2.9, which means about 20 violent crimes a year. For property crimes, it's a rating of 25 to 27 per 1,000 capita, which means between about 240 to 260 property crimes. There's a 1 out of 23 chance of you becoming a victim of a property crime in Aberdeen, which making Aberdeen one of the highest crime areas in Moore County, which to me is not very high. But if we're going to do stats and compare it to data, Moore County, it is going to be the highest.
Crime? What crime did he commit?
Now, of course, the pros and cons of living in Aberdeen is definitely the home prices. It's going to be the lowest home prices in the area compared to all 4 cities. That's one of the pros. And of course, the cons are what I just talked about, which is the crime. So if you're not figured it out yet, I am a real estate agent here in the Fayetteville surrounding areas near Fort Bragg, and I help hundreds of soldiers, PCS here all the time. I'm with the All American Real Estate Group, and if you're looking for a realtor, please reach out to us. All my information will be below, and you can scan that QR code up here in the corner. Please reach out to us. We'd love to help you with your next move. So the next town I talk about is going to be Whispering Pines. Whispering Pines has a population of just over 5,000 people, so probably the smallest town out of all, or city out of all 4 of these that I'm talking about. So Whispering Pines covers about 3,000 acres. You've got 2 golf courses and 6 lakes in Whispering Pines. So definitely a lot of kayaking, fishing, boating that if you want to do Whispering Pines, you're close to. Your commute to Fort Bragg is about 25 to 30 minutes. So definitely a little shorter than the other 2 cities I just mentioned. Now, if we're looking at the housing market here in Whispering Pines, the median price range home is $606,500. Median days on market here is about 13 days, which is up from last year, which was 7 days. So a lot of people are moving to Whispering Pines. The home prices are higher, but everyone's moving there according to all this data. And if you're looking at schools, Sand Hills Farm Live Elementary has a B plus, New Century Middle, B plus, West Pine Middle, A minus, Union Pines B, and private schools, Sand Hills Classical Christian School is a B plus. So definitely some things to do in Whispering Pines. Is not a lot. That's one of the, could be a pro, could be a con, depending on you. But obviously we mentioned 6 lakes. So you've got kayaking, biking, you know, fishing, all that good stuff. Real nice neighborhoods in there where you could walk around and like I said earlier, bike. But if you're looking for restaurants and things to do, you're limited to there in Whispering Pines, but you're not far from Southern Pines. So maybe a 10-minute, 12, 15-minute drive into Southern Pines, if even that much. And being such a small town of only 5,000 people, the crime in Whispering Pines is extremely low. Violent crime is 0.06 to 1.1 per 1,000 capita, which means 3 to 6 violent crimes per year. Property crimes is 3.3 to 5.4 per 1,000, which is 17 to 28 property crimes per year. That means there's a 1 in 200, 300 chance of property crime in Whispering Pines, making it the safest city in North Carolina. Now, again, I said earlier, there's only a population of 5,000 people. So yeah, it's the safest town, but it's all probably one of the smallest towns too. So next today to talk about is going to be Pinehurst with a population of 18,500. Now Pinehurst is known for their World Championship golf.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
With 8 championship levels, whatever that means. It has hosted the US Open and the Ryder Cup and much, much more. And if you look at Pinehurst beyond golf, it's known for its atmosphere and tree-lined village. Your commute to Fort Bragg is probably about 40 to 45 minutes, which is about 30 miles. So the longest commute, I believe, so far that I've seen, but they're all between 30 to 45 minutes. Median price range home in Pinehurst is $559,500. Median days on market is 31 days, up from last year, which was 15. And the school serving Pinehurst is going to be Pinehurst Elementary with an A- average, West Pine Middle, A- average, Pinecrest High School with a B+, and for private school is going to be the O'Neill School, which is from pre-K all up to 12th grade, most highly rated with an A-. So things to do here, obviously golf is king here in Pinehurst, but they also offer fine dining like Elate's on Linden, the Ironwood Cafe, and the 1895 Grill. There are some great shops and boutiques that are upscale here, and the community feels like a resort, shaded by longleaf pines. In the crime Pinehurst per 1,000 capita, for violent crimes it's going to be 0.03 to 0.06, which is about 6 to 10 violent crimes a year. Property crimes is 3.7 to 6.2, which is about 70 to 115 property crimes. So the chances of you becoming a victim of a property crime is 1 out of 160 to 170, which is among the lowest in the United States.